If your husband is a good guy, but you're ready for divorce, you're not a bad person. So don't let guilt get the best of you.
You're not doing him any favors by staying.
If anything, you're actually gonna start building up resentment. Your relationship doesn't have to be toxic to validate your feelings of wanting to leave. Think of it this way. If he's a good guy, he deserves to be happy. That means he deserves to be with somebody who values him and wants him just the way he is. If that's not you, you gotta let him go. He may not see it like this right now, but you're doing both of you a favor.
Let me tell you, okay, let me start off by saying this, right? So there is a such thing is that, you can meet a guy and he can be a nice guy, but he can not be the right guy for you, as in you guys may not be compatible on certain matters that are extremely important. Like maybe he doesn't want to have children, maybe you do. Maybe he wants to live on this coast, maybe you want to live on this coast. Like there is a such thing as incompatibility with two nice people. I completely get that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But my whole thought process behind this is, how do you get to the point of being married to somebody and committed to somebody and then waking up one day and realizing, I don't want to do this anymore? And this is one of the biggest problems that we're seeing right now when it comes to, marriages or relationships. A lot of the women are the ones who decide to walk away. Right? For whatever reason. I've genuinely heard women say that they feel like the spark was gone. Things are not as spontaneous as it was in the beginning. And, they kind of want that like flame back. And so what they're doing is chasing the butterflies. They're chasing that, that sensation that you get when you're just meeting somebody, when you're just getting to know each other, the uncertainty of things. They're chasing that. And they're chasing away a relationship in which they have somebody that they know that they can trust, somebody that they know for a fact they can depend on, somebody that has shown them time and time again how reliable they are, someone that genuinely has your best interest at heart. You're trying to throw that away to go back out to the streets because you just realize like, I'm over it. And then you wonder why men are in spaces where they're saying they don't see the value of getting married anymore. They don't understand, the need for them to get married. And I bring this up every single time. I have to bring it up again. It's so interesting because when you look at the dynamics of relationships, the people who press the issue within the relationship is the women. Okay? We never heard a man say to a woman, oh, well, come on, babe, we've been dating for 3 years. We need to hurry this up. No, because they're the decision maker on making that relationship transform from boyfriend and girlfriend to fiance to husband and wife. It's the man that is asking these questions, right? He is the one that has the authority to take that next step. But the women always get antsy. They see their homegirls getting married. They see their friends getting married. Their clock is ticking. They have this, their own idea in their mind as when they should be married and what time is the right time for them. And when he is not aligning with this, a lot of these women get upset. They start to put the pressure on. They threaten to leave him. They threaten to, be with somebody. Oh, well, if you don't want to be with me, I'll find somebody who will. Like they will threaten all of these things, trying to force this man's hand to make a decision in signing up for the rest of his life to stay with this woman, to vow to protect her, to cover her, to all these things. They will pressure him into doing so. And then once he does that, he has to deal with the fact that one day, the fact that you went out there on the limb, you did it in front of your family, your friends, in front of whoever, you vowed to, step up to the plate when it comes to anything regarding this woman. He now has to live with the fact that there's a possibility that he doesn't have to do anything wrong. It's not his own fault. It's not because he did something. It's not because, he has certain traits. He is being the best guy possible. But one day you can wake up and say, I just don't feel like it. And that's supposed to make him feel comfortable. moving forward, moving into relationships. That's supposed to make him feel some sort of peace. How does that make any sense? And, you know, I feel like women never understand the dynamics of the conversations until we flip it. If a woman is in a relationship with a man, in a marriage with a man, okay, maybe she had his children, maybe she done been with him, you know, through the ebbs and flows of life, whatever. One day he wakes up and he decides that he is no longer attracted to this woman. He does not want to be with her. Do you think a woman is going to say, oh, you know, it's okay. I totally understand. Things happen. I know it's not me. No, you know what she's going to do? How could you? I did this. I sacrificed this. I wasted all this time. I did this. How dare you? But as a woman to a man, it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, he'll just take it as I'm doing him a favor. That won't mess him up at all in the future. That won't ruin his view on women at all in the future. Because he'll get it. He'll understand. People change, right? It's not that big of a deal. Men don't really have feelings or emotions. It's not that serious. It's scary that that women can make such large commitments with men, right? As in having a child for a man, as in marrying a man. And at the end of the day, they still are not sure if this is somebody that they want to spend the rest of their life with or want to have this connection for the rest of their life with, because they are so they're so wrapped up in this social media, you know, lifestyle of what it looks like, of the cookie cutter picture of having matching pajamas on Christmas. They're so wrapped up in this that when they actually come back into the reality, they're like, oh snap, I can't stand this man. Wait, who is he? Wait, I don't even know him. All I knew is that, you know, he had a certain eye color that I wanted my child to have. Hold up. When did I get here? Whose life am I living? It's terrible. It's terrible. And it's so funny because a lot of women step out there and you know, sometimes they feel a little liberated at first. They feel a little good at first once they leave the relationship. Like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm the woman. I got my swing back. You know, this is me being with other people or being with another person. And now I feel like, you know, the streets have accepted me back and I'm this and I'm that. And what's so funny is that eventually, when that same relationship that they left this one for, when they go into the next one and they get into that same comfortable stage, all of a sudden you're going to see them being like, oh, well, at least my husband did this for me. At least he was thoughtful in this way. At least he did these things. At least he did those things. Now you're miserable. Now you're mad at him. Now you're mad at the new guy. I think we have to talk about, we have to have real conversations about what marriages entail. And I think that it would maybe change the dynamics of how quickly people jump and run down the aisle. Yes, it would change that. But I think it would also change how many women also end up filing for divorce too. I think it would change the dynamics where people realize how serious it is, how much of a real bond it is. People would take the matter seriously. It wouldn't just be like a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Oh, we together, now we not. Okay, whatever. No big deal. Maybe if women have the same impact or felt the same impact that men feel when they leave the divorce, when it comes to financial-wise, when it comes to how things are documented, when it comes to children, I think women would take it more seriously and they'd be like, okay, you know what? Maybe I need to work this out. Maybe before I get married, maybe we need to be sure that we're going to do this. Seeing women go on, platforms in front of other women and telling married women that it's okay to leave relationships when there's nothing wrong, instead of maybe you need to find out what is wrong with you that you feel the need to have such a big drastic change in your life. What's going on with you? Maybe emotionally you have things that are going on with you, maybe that you need to deal with. Maybe you need to talk to somebody before you make such a drastic decision. As a hairstylist in a hair salon, when a woman comes in with hair to her waist and she says, oh, I want to cut my hair into a haircut like this, right to her neck. or her chin, the first thing we ask is, why are you doing this? What's the problem? Why do you feel the need to do this? Are you prepared for this? Why do you want this change? What's going on with you emotionally that is causing you to change your hair so drastically? We have these in-depth conversations. So you mean to tell me that at a hair salon, we can have conversations on as to why somebody is making such a drastic change, but when it's something that's actually life-changing between a woman and a man in a marriage, a family structure, we don't have to have that conversation? Oh, you don't have to explain to anybody. It's no big deal. You're doing him a favor. You're doing you a favor. Who cares? That's crazy to me. That don't make no sense. It doesn't. And another thing is that what's very interesting is a lot of women are walking around and they're in relationships and they quote unquote feel like they don't want to be married anymore. And what's so hurtful is that the other party, the man in the relationship, don't know none of this. He don't know the feelings. He don't know nothing that's going on. But your homegirl know. The people in the comments of the TikTok videos know. And he has no idea. The one thing I agree with this lady is that the best thing that sometimes that you can do is let somebody go if you're not going to treat them right. But you see, it doesn't mean that you're not going to damage them for the future. Although right now it might be a certain thing, and yes, you know, he can be able to go back out there and move on, but it doesn't mean that the damage is not already done. The best thing that you can do when you're feeling a certain way is communicate. That's the best thing you can do. Not give up, not throw in the towel, not run for the hills because of a certain temporary emotion. The best thing that you can do is communicate. And also, the number one best thing that you can do is be married to somebody that you know. Because a lot of people are married to people and they have no idea who that person is. If I were to come in front of you guys and ask you certain intricate questions, you have no idea. Because you got married superficially. And that's just being honest. I would like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.